Breaking news. Malami kicks, tells Buhari it will cause confusion to make direct primaries mandatory. It will cause confusion, Malami writes Buhari, over mandatory primaries. You see, the legislative have come up and said, you know what, if we want Nigeria to move forward, and we say we are having a democratic government, the terms of democracy is a government for the people, by the people, with the people. But what we have today is not democracy. There are a few people who call themselves godfathers. Whether you like it or not, they are there. They determine who leads. And guess what? Is actually them leading by proxy, okay? So because they are directing the governor, telling him, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you are out, you cannot have a second tenure, blah, 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 blah. That is the case of the indirect primaries, where a few individuals determine the fate of the party or who becomes the flag bearer. Now, the direct primary will open up politics in big times, which will make, give opportunity for every individual, both the Toms, the Dicks, and the Harry, whether you matter or not, to take a serious part in the government and in the said election, so much so that godfathers will be eliminated, which they don't want. Malami is also looking at becoming a governor of his state after being an attorney general. And so he has written Buhari, say, forget that direct primary thing, let's get all the details. Nigerian Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami has shared his position on mandatory direct primaries in the Electoral Act amended bill. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, in a letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, raised a number of issues. Amidst controversies that granted the debate on direct primaries, Malami noted it would force political parties to change their constitutions. Malami Abubakar Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, has written to President Muhammadu Buhari saying that the inclusion of mandatory direct primaries in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill will create confusion. The Punch reports that the Minister of Justice letter on the amended Electoral Act Bill was received by the President 2 weeks ago. The President is supposed to give his endorsement on or before on the 19th of December. Yet the controversies lingers. This was confirmed by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Garuba Shehu. However, he didn't share details of the letter. Malami highlighted the problems with the inclusion of mandatory direct primaries in the Electoral Act amended bill. It was gathered on Thursday, December the 16th. A source at the Ministry of Justice noted that Malami advised the president concerning making direct primaries mandatory for all political parties. In another report by The Guardian, Malami hinted that financial constraints could prevent the Nigerian leader from giving his assentment to the bill. The minister speaking in favor of the president's delay in endorsing direct primaries said Buhari will consider security and financial implication of direct primaries before signing this into law. Though Malami did not quote any section of the law that made it illegal, the AGF, however, expressed concerns that forcing all political parties to adopt a direct primary method would mean changing their constitution. The source also pointed out for legal points to view that only political parties will be bound to the law. So this is what is going on. Abubakar Malami, who is intending to also go contest for a position to become the governor of his state, is saying that they should forget about the direct primary whole thing and that they should just continue with the indirect or whatever method they feel. The indirect method is really a scam and it dent on democracy and Nigeria as a whole. If we say we are having democracy where people are included and able to speak what we have is called a deceit and never the truth. Because if you want Nigerians to truly, really be included, yeah, we can look at Obasanjo, we can look at Buhari, we can look at Tinubu or the likes of them and say, you know what, we've recycled you enough. And then there comes a, for instance, seemingly weak young man who they will never approve because they will tell you he has no experience. He cannot do this, he cannot do that because they are the new gods. It depends, and because of that, they will discard the person like a pack of cards. Guess what? If Nigerians feel that that is the person they want to give the mandate of leadership to because they want to give him a chance, nowadays they will say, come for so and so employment. You get there, they say with 5 years experience. Meanwhile, you just finished school, you just finished youth service. Unrealistic, manner in which they go about some of these things that are not real, that doesn't make sense, that they don't possess all their children. So, my dear, this is what is going on. Attorney General feels that people should be allowed, parties should be allowed. But the truth of the matter is, if parties are allowed to pick their mode of primaries, like we all know, this is shutting Nigerians out. Okay, so Nigerians will continue. We continue in that merry-go-round where a few selected individuals continue to determine the fate of the country. And guess what? Whatever happens, it means that Nigeria cannot truly move forward because it means the godfathers will continue and ever be there. They will never allow the country to breathe a breath of fresh air because they want, they want to determine how things go. And like humans, they want to put others down so that they are the ones, yeah, leading, they are the ones in charge, they are the ones calling the shots. You see, because the godfathers, these are the set of people who has kept Nigeria as a country the way it is. They know what is going on. They are very aware, but guess what? They can't be bothered, or they want to maintain that class. Okay, we are the ruling class, you are the subordinate. So there is no that we mentality. It's for the 1% of the 1%. If you've seen that movie, exactly. So they want to keep it that way. They go abroad and they see the way the systems work. You don't need to know anybody to apply for a job. You don't need to know anybody to go to the train station and to get, maybe it's the last ticket. It doesn't have to be reserved for some people. Is the situation largely, to a large extent, the issue of first come, first serve. But yeah, we want to maintain the status quo and we want things to change. It's not going to happen. Okay, we have to be intentional if we want change. Okay, and so these direct primaries proposed by the National Assembly would have been a way forward. However, those who want things to remain the way they are says no. Let's go back to the old regime. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.